period. But great piece of video.
Thank God, it's great.
I suppose, Fergal, first of all, I suppose for people that might know who Malone is, I suppose where are you based, or what is Malone?
Well, I suppose, first of all, we're based in a place called Ballyglass. We be about 8 or 9 kilometres from Claremorris, and the same from Ballon, but kind of in the centre, and Castlebar. We're kind of in the centre, little village there called Ballyglass. So that's where our factory is based there, where we've all our manufacturing facilities there. Malone Farm Machinery, which will be the official title for the company. It was started back in 1999 by Mike Malone. He would have previously worked for another manufacturer for 10 years and then decided to go out in 99 on his own. He originally started off making post drivers and log switchers, which we still manufacture today. Yeah. And then I went into toppers. And I suppose then around 2006, he looked at the grass line equipment, and we started testing and building mowers and wagons, and later on came the tethers, and eventually we're going to get to a full the plan, you know. Yeah. But I suppose that's where our full focus will be on grass equipment, you know, Morgan.
But I suppose for to go from a post driver and a log splitter, okay, they're kind of basic enough things, but then when you go down to mowers, you're talking that's a big step up, really, like.
Well, I suppose you're saying, but I suppose the way he looked at it at the time, Morgan, was that like you buy a post driver, you use it for the year, you'll park it on the corner, you'll back into it next year, you'll have it 20 years. So at least with a mower, a tether, you know, it'll work. You know, maybe in a couple of years' time they think about change, you know, going to a new version or whatever. You know, you get that constant resale of stuff. And there's more turnover of stuff where you have your log splitters and your post drivers are more of a long-term investment, you know.
Yeah, and of course, like along with Malone, along with every other, an awful lot of the Irish manufacturers, it seems to be, to me anyway, that a lot of the Irish manufacturers, including Malone, their products are holding their value. You know, if you invest in a Malone product today, okay, it is going to decrease in value, but not as much as other brands or makes.
Yeah, I suppose across all Irish manufacturers, whether it be grass equipment or slurry equipment or cattle feeding equipment, the Irish tend to make that extra bit of quality into their products. You know, heavier steel, good name worldwide, are building a good, strong, and I suppose which is important is a simple machine as well, Morgan. That they're user friendly, you know.
Yeah, and I suppose like you said, it's worldwide, but for such a small country out in the middle of the Atlantic here, where we are in Western Europe, like Ireland is having a major impact on agricultural equipment throughout the world, even for yourselves, like you have a major export going on there at the moment.
Yeah, I suppose Ireland have a great reputation for good stuff around the world. It's just I suppose you have the likes of the bigger players there that probably would have given a good name to Irish machinery around the world. And once they hear, let's say, the Keenans or the McHales or whoever, whatever Irish company, when they hear from Ireland and they have experience in these machines, I suppose it would be a good, they know that it'd be good quality product that you're selling.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. I would say, Fergal, your export market, where are you at the moment, or have you stuff all over the world? Or?
I suppose we would be going to New Zealand in talks with a company there in Australia, and we do a lot into the US. We do a lot out to Europe, Germany, Holland, and in talks with a company in France, Sweden, up into Poland actually at the moment. So like it's every year it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Of course, Ireland's still our number one market, followed quickly by the UK, which is still a big market for us, which we would for the last 25 years. So we would have a good market share in the UK as well. So look at Iceland is another new company that came out, or another country came out of this year. So it's expanding all the time, Morgan.
Fantastic. And you mentioned there that the UK, is there problems, or have you come across problems, or can you see problems in the future because of Brexit and so on?
Well, look, there's a lot of changes getting stuff out of the UK at the moment, but it's like everything else. Like, I mean, before Brexit, we exported outside the EU anyways.
Yes.
So it's all a matter of just having your paperwork right and everything right, and having your shipping agents and have everything right, the T's crossed and the dots everything in order, and there's no hassle then with stuff. But it's like everything. There's a load of red tape, but if you have your red tape right, you'll have no problem.
Yeah, you'll slice through it, no problem at all.
Yeah,
no.
but I suppose it's just going to be more expensive and more red tape and doing it. But look, we actually have a sales rep over there. He's over there full time, so
Brilliant.
He's doing the business over there for us.
And Fergal, where I am here now, in we'll say North Kerry, it's where I'm based. But what's coming in here big time now is, of course, the round bales. They're in. Everyone is doing them because of seepage and all that. But I seen a video the other night on YouTube about you have a new round bale trailer.
Yeah, we built, I suppose, a project that would actually, just a small bit of history on it, Morgan. He would have built a 4-bale trailer back in 2000, where went in behind your tractor and off semi-offset, and it picked 4 bales back when he started in the early days, around maybe 2000, 2001. He would have launched it originally, I think, in the Claremorris show, which he won a prize. So it's something he would have been always looking at. And obviously, the way time went on, people want to move stuff in bigger volumes and faster. So something would have been niggling at him for the last couple of years to get something that would do the job faster. So I suppose the last couple of years working on this bale chaser, the Malone Express bale chaser, which is self-loading bale trailer that'll bring 16 bales, and it'll bring it. They're double stacked, so it's 8 and 8, and it brings them. You can move them there quickly and safely, which is the most important.
Yeah, no, I was actually looking at it there the other night, and it's a fantastic, for anyone, whether you've no interest in bales or silage or tractors or anything, you should get on and look at this. But it's a fantastic piece of engineering. There was a fantastic mind behind the whole lot of it. Yeah,
well, I suppose it is. It is a great machine, and if you did see it, Morgan, in real life, like, you load that machine there in about 5 minutes, all done through a joystick in your tractor. She's everything on: steered axles, wide tires, steered and drawbar. Like, it is everything on it. It's fully loaded. Again, like, you'd be talking that would have been probably in 5 years in between testing and building, and of course there was a couple of process before that came along. You're not going to do it for right the first day. So look at the innovation in the plant in Enterprise Ireland came out on top of it. So look at hopefully this year we're going to test it around the country, and hopefully we'll launch it onto the market, make sure everything going our way.
Brilliant. Well, Fergal, I'll be looking forward to seeing it in Kerry.
Well, if you bales no more, then we'll bring it.
Look,
no problem.
Don't worry about the bales. I'll get you all the bales you want, Fergal.
No problem at all.
Tell me,
line them up, we'll transport them.
We'll get land for you. We'll get good wet land, and you can try it out, and we'll do the whole lot down here in the poor kingdom of Kerry. But
no problem at all, Morgan.
Tell me, Fergal, then, I suppose, plans for the future. I suppose someone like yourselves, and a growing company like above in the west of Ireland, you always probably have paperwork going, and you always have a design team probably, and what's behind the door? What's the maybe the product for next year? What can you see getting bigger and stronger?
Well, as I said to you there at the beginning, Morgan, the grass equipment is what we're fully focused on. So look at rear mounted mowers, front mounted mowers. We have your butterfly mowers. Then you have we have tethers at the minute, but we're extending the range of tethers, all that. And a couple of these something maybe a bit unique to come from the market, but there's nothing about it yet. But and it's up our sleeve there. So look at it, I suppose, as the men says, watch this space. And then what they say, Morgan.
That's what they say, watch this space. Yeah. No, I think, Fergal, it's absolutely brilliant. like a company in the west of Ireland. Look, there's several companies in the west of Ireland, like, but I love talking to people that companies that came up from nothing, started out a kind of a greenfield site, not that whole pile long ago, and
No.
they're a worldwide success now at the moment.
Yeah, we were over in we do that agrotechnic. I don't know you're aware, we're there in Germany every 2 years, Morgan. And the last time I were there was actually 5 companies from Mayo. Like, this is a world,
Brilliant.
this is the biggest machinery show in the world, and to see 5 countries from within a half an hour drive of each other, like, it's great to see it, you know.
Yeah. You met Johnny over there, and you mightn't have seen him in 6 months.
Yeah, so you meet them all, sure. In the Irish pub at night,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, all the pennies over in the corner.
yeah. No, but I mean,
Yeah. No, Fergal, that's brilliant, and I'm delighted to hear your plans for the future and the company's growing, and long may it last.
Thank you very much, Morgan. Look, it's great to see, especially in rural Ireland, which is getting a bit overbeaten with everything, and to see, a company growing and jobs and job creation, and it's great. Like, we are really lucky, to be honest. A lot of people at home and not able to work, and our business is really doing really well this year. And again, down to our end user, which is the farmer at the end of the day. So we are very lucky and very happy that things are going.
Yeah, but look, it's like you said yourself. If you have a good product, it will survive, and you have a fantastic product there, like.
Look, there's no machine perfect at the end of the day, Morgan, as you know. But look, we try our best. We do listen to farmers, and now some farmers, you might meet them at shows there, and they'll be saying, think they're complaining. And I do say, you're not complaining, because if you don't tell us what's wrong, we can't fix it.
Yes.
So, we are happy to listen, because at the end of the day, it's the farmer, the contractor, whoever's using your machine, them are the people you listen to, because they know the machines inside out and upside down, you know what I'm saying? So it's important to listen to the people, your end user, Yeah,
it is. I fully agree with you 100%. And look, that's kind of it. Fergal, thank you very much for coming on with me. I really appreciate you giving me your time.
No problem, Morgan. Anytime at all. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fergal.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. For
Period. Well, great. These are videos.